they say in Chris Unity Club.
I'm a youth pastor. I've got a big mouth, so you can hear me, right? Hey, for those of you who don't know, my name is Chris Kraft. My wife Laura and I, we're youth pastors over at Christian Life Fellowship. I'm going to start off just by telling you a couple of things about what we did, kind of where we went. We went to Managua, Nicaragua. I'll tell you this. Before we left, I was talking to Seth, and Seth said, you know what, I think Emily might be interested in coming to the trip. I said, invite her now. And about 4 days before we went, I got an email from Emily. She said, I just want to let you know, I appreciate you kind of making me a part of the group. I know that I was going to your church. I sent her a text back. I said, Emily, something you need to remember. You're part of our group. There's only one church. The sign on the door just says where we meet. That's all it is. So there is no my church, your church. We are the church of God. He's the head. We're just all cogs in the wheel. We just have the honor to work for God. So it's an honor for us to be here this morning. Thank you for allowing it. Just to come see other brothers and sisters. This is not a different church, it's one church. So I wanted to get through with that up front. So Emily was part of our group. There was no 9 people and Emily. It was 10 of us going to Nicaragua to change lives. We didn't go to change our lives. That happened accidentally. We went to serve. And basically we went down there for 10 days. I'll tell you shortly. And I will be as fast as I can through all of this because I do want to honor your time and the heat that's coming. For us, it's normal. You're going to see a first song we do in a second. You're going to go, how did they do that? 95-degree heat, no air conditioner. I have no clue. But I do want to honor your time and the heat that you give us this morning. But I hope that you come away from this realizing how big of a God you serve. Because when we started this trip, I told teenagers, I said, you may look at me like a 30-year-old guy who's a youth pastor. You go on these missions trips. You can have faith in God. I'm a realist. I'm not a dreamer. So when God put this trip on our hearts, we started with nothing, looked into this, we said, okay, it's going to be about $15,000. And we started doing fundraising, and I'll tell you this much, 2 weeks before the trip, we didn't have plane tickets. I was having parents texting me saying, when are you going to pull the plug? I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to tell 10 teenagers that I've been promising the whole time God's going to come through. God's going to come through. For some reason, God blessed Laura and I with this immovable faith. Like, I don't know how, we're going. I don't know where it's coming from. We're going. 2 weeks before the trip, we didn't even have our plane tickets yet. Within 2 to 3 weeks, all of a sudden, we have found cheaper plane tickets. The trip only costed $10,000 instead of $15,000, and we ended up with $9,000 within 2 weeks. So God just dropping money in our laps. Remember something: your God is big enough. Check this out. If you walk away with anything, I want you to remember this: your circumstances do not define how big your God is. Amen. Okay? Just because you're walking through something does not define how big God is. Whatever you're going through is a short-term issue from a long-term life. Amen. You've got 90 years. God's going to teach you over 90 years how big He is. And He's going to use every little thing to glorify Him. Amen. And in the long run, you'll receive rewards that you have to provide. Okay? Amen. So that's just kind of my short-term. What Ken and Kendra Dowd do, the missionaries down there, is they focus on kids. One of the things you're going to see pictures of, we've got pictures, and we're going to fly through a slideshow here in a few minutes. You're going to see that there's the largest open-air dump, dump as in trash dump in Central America. This is called La Chorrera. Dump trucks come in and dump trash. And their surrounding communities, there's 400 to 450 families that live around La Chorrera. And all the kids, as soon as they can walk and know the difference between plastic and metal, they send their kids into La Chorrera, 4, 5, 6 years old, all the way up to the teenagers, to find plastic bottles and metal cans to go trade in for food. And these missionaries went in, and what they do is they pour love into these kids. They show them love, they show them acceptance that they've never seen before. You've got 10, 11, 12-year-old kids that are taking care of their families. So one of the things that we did, the whole week was just kids. So we're going to do a couple of our songs for you that we minister to kids. Because how many of you know it's very hard to do cold turkey ministry. Just walk up to somebody, hey, you're going to heaven or hell. That's difficult. But what we did is we built relationships with these kids by singing songs, by doing dances, by feeding them. So what we wanted to do is we wanted to kind of throw you in the middle, make you feel like you're in the middle of one of our services that we did. So guys, come on up. We're going to do a couple songs for you. And you might say, well, there's no purpose of these. The purpose was to build relationships with kids. If you would like to, you can feel free to do these with us. When we did them at CLF a couple weeks ago, we had the kids come up and do these songs with us. We learned these within 3 hours. We learned some of these songs. They told us we were the fastest group to learn these songs. But this first song, these two songs are in Spanish, of course, because we wanted the kids to recognize them. This first one is for fun. We started our kids camp this way. It's just a lot of dances and basically what the translation is this song is for all the kids who know that God created them special. So we're going to have fun, we're going to dance, we're going to be out like a cat. We're just going to have fun with it. So we just wanted to make you feel, again, I'd like you to kind of try to strip off the American Sunday morning and kind of enter yourself into a Sunday morning in Managua, Nicaragua, because here's the fun part. You know, while we're worshiping God here, they're worshiping the same God this morning in Managua, Nicaragua, speaking a totally different language, and we're all worshiping the same God. So this song is called Pa los Niños, and I will tell you this also, after we did this song, at the end of our trip, we said, we're just going to see how long we can do this song for. We did it for 40 minutes solid, and when you see this song, you're going to go, we're going to all be babies. Oh, we're going to do that.
I'll tell you this, after we were done with this song, they were sliding across the ground, they were just wet. But it's definitely more fun than doing this with about 100 kids. Yeah, that's why everybody. We're almost done, bro. Halfway done. Now we're going to go.